semaine prochaine. Mais non, puisque je dis... Je t'entends pas très bien, là.
La mission, qu'est-ce que tu dis?
Passe-moi ton fil. Ah bah oui, ça passe dessus. Oui, ça va, oui. Bah, très bien. Bah, oui, je parle. Ça, c'est pas des souvenirs. Attends, pourquoi ça va?
Do you speak English?
Well, I do my best.
Just the woman I need.
Mobilization started 2 days ago. They're distributing gas masks. Is it the same in your country?
Yeah, but there's a channel between us and you lot. You knew him?
Yeah, I was working with him as an interpreter. He often spoke about you and Angela.
Working, but he retired 3 years ago.
He told my father he was on a case.
I thought he was with his sister in Wales.
Put those down.
Daddy, might we have time to go to the beach?
How long are you staying?
Just until tomorrow. This woman, is she the center of his investigation?
Officially, no.
Don't understand it. Joe was on a case. Why'd he up and kill himself? Pretty face. Wouldn't mind meeting her.
Dangerous woman.
Is that a fact now?
A fact, believe me.
Just my type, then. I won't be long.
Can I help you, Inspector?
I'm not here as a policeman. I'm here as a friend of Joe Green's.
I see. How well did you know him?
Inside out. I was an orphan, you see, and he was the nearest thing I ever had to a father. Since his death, I've had a very uneasy feeling here in my stomach.
It's your heart, Inspector.
Why did he ask to be buried here?
Did he never talk to you about me?
His room across the river is full of photographs of you and your family.
Let me tell you a secret. He was in love with me. My late husband barely touched me, and one day when I really needed someone, Joe was there. Of course, it was impossible between us in other respects, but I loved his hands, his face, his smell. You think he was here because of my son, don't you? Well, you're wrong. My son's not a murderer. Your late boss seemed to suspect that Jeremy killed his twin brother in cold blood. It's stupid. It was an accident. Did you notice the big conservatory here as you came in? That's where our tragedy happened all those years ago. Children were playing bows and arrows. In the dark. No one could have prevented it. No one. For a child to be responsible for the death of his own twin. At such a tender age. Imagine the horror of that. Carry me. You're still young, Inspector. I hope one day you'll discover there's more to truth and justice than mere reason. There's impulse and chaos. The human animal, the human heart.
Yeah, I know, it's part of my job.
So that's what keeps you so cool. Ah, the bride-to-be, my daughter Celia. Just returned from the United States. Celia, let me present Inspector Cross from London. He's here for the funeral of a close friend.
I'm so sorry. How do you do?
You can put me down. And this is Mr. Christopher Wood from Wisconsin. He's Celia's new fiancé.
No.
Madame, Monsieur Jérémy et sa femme viennent d'arriver.
It's only me.
She's supposed to be in Oxford.
On a research trip. Dom Perignon or not?
Inspector Cross, my son Jeremy, and his
Wife. Maud, how do you do?
I do.
How do to you too. And you must be the new fiancé.
I'm not that new. But you're a bit of a surprise to me.
And so are you to me. Join the club.
Don't go. Hello, Jeremy.
My darling sister. Playing hide and seek again, are we? And when is the happy event to be?
Next week.
Fair enough. We're due back in Oxford the day after tomorrow, aren't we, darling?
Are we?
We have to stop. Stop?
Joe didn't kill himself.
How do you know?
He wasn't crazy, you know? There was something about this family that he just couldn't let go.
The daughter's fiancé was killed in a car crash 3 years ago. Joe seems convinced it was a murder, but that wasn't why he stayed instead.
Are you part of the police or what?
Officially, no. Just help my father from time to time.
Pardon. So sorry to be late.
Monsieur Montfort, the department prefect, also my father. This is Inspector Cross.
Enchanté.
I did. Good. Joe Green, how did he die?
Suicide, without question. His own gun. No suspicious circumstances, but if you like to check again, you have all my blessings.
Right.
Il parle français?
Pas un mot.
Débrouille-toi pour qu'il reparte d'arrache chez lui.
Que lui dire toi-même?
What's he saying?
He says he'll be delighted to have dinner with you before you leave.
Right. Thanks very much. Come on.
Hold me, Jeremy. I'm cold. If my sister had deceived me like that, I don't know what I'd do.
It wasn't Celia. It was Mother. Divide and rule has always been her style.
Have you told her we're getting divorced?
But I do need you. You know that.
For what?
It's all for outsiders. There's nothing for you. You married a whore just to kill your mother. I like you very much, Jeremy. But 3 years is enough.
Mr. Graves retires. Mr. Wood wins by default 3 games to 2.
Looking for something special?
The gents. Look, while I'm here, do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Fire away.
It's about your sister's ex-fiancé, Alistair Jennings.
My best friend. What about him?
You were here when he died.
Once is enough, surely. I've been through all this with some pest of a policeman called Green.
Who also died.
Pass that over, would you? Good man. Inspector, when I was 11 years old, I killed my twin brother. Entirely my fault. Stupid, dangerous game in the dark, but I make no excuses. 7 years later, my closest friend died in a car crash. Do you know what real friendship is? Perhaps I could have prevented it. I've suffered enough, Inspector. Do enjoy the rest of your stay.
No, I'm at the Hotel de Far, Joe Green's old room, number 17. You remember it? Someone saw you leave, Madame Bocal, the owner. Very good witness. Careful how you answer.
You don't have a sadistic streak, do you, by any chance?
Oh, several, yeah. 1 or 2 more and I get a promotion.
Inspector?
Duty calls. Let's pick this up where we left off, huh? Soon. Later.
I've been looking for you all morning.
What is it?
Oh, nothing special. I just found a boy who saw your green dye.
Why didn't you say so before? Ask him again.
T'es sûr qu'il y avait pas quelqu'un d'autre sur la falaise? Réfléchis bien.
Je sais pas, non. Il y avait personne.
No, it's hopeless. He's told us all he knows. We're just confusing him. Ça va, merci, Charles. Tu peux partir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
saw him. I waited for him and he never came. I swear to you.
Supposed to get married 3 years ago. What stopped you?
My fiancé died.
In a car crash engineered by your brother?
No.
That's what Joe Green thought. Suppose he was right. No wonder you're terrified.
That's insane. My brother isn't a killer.
Why didn't you invite him to the wedding? Why did you want to see Green?
He was investigating my family. I wanted to ask him to find out exactly what he was looking for. Wouldn't you?
All right, listen to me. No, just listen to me. I'm after a murderer the same as Joe was. I'll give you a very simple choice. You either stand in my way or you help me. That's fair enough, yeah?
The road was perfectly straight. The car veered off and hit a tree. It was a sunny day. Alistair was 24 years old. It was a week before our wedding.
Celia, I have to leave for London tomorrow. Do you want me to stay? All right. I'm staying. Family's crazy. Did you know that Lady Helena was mixed up with the Nazis?
She's not the only one. They are becoming quite fashionable, you know.
Joe knew something. I don't believe all this love story nonsense. It just got too hot for her when he was around.
Listen, my friend. Lady Helena called Scotland Yard to lodge a formal complaint against you, and they called me. And they want you out of here. You have no case. Where is your evidence? For what?
I'll find the evidence.
There is an aeroplane at 8 tomorrow morning. Solange will make the arrangements for you.
There's something I have to tell you.
Go on.
I found a book in Green's room with a list of certain people in the area, and your name, Solange's, were included.
It's kind of you. 30 bit late. Unfortunately, it's not the first of this list to come my way. Goodbye, Inspector.
Solange, what's up?
Nothing's happened at all. I'm fine. Never been better.
Daddy, why is she crying?
Well, why shouldn't she? It's a woman's privilege. Don't you ever cry?
Never.
I can't stay here any longer. I'm leaving as soon as I can.
Where will you go?
Anywhere. Anywhere would be better than this.
I'm so happy for you both. May you be as peaceful and contented together as Maud and I are.
To the happy couple.
Happy couple.
My only regret is there's to be no chocolate cream for the wedding breakfast.
Such a shame your parents are unable to join us, Maud. Whereabouts are they exactly?
I'm not sure.
Not sure? That sounds a little heedless.
They've had to move around a lot recently.
Like gypsies? And why is that?
It doesn't matter.
It clearly matters to you.
Let's drop the subject, shall we?
I didn't think you liked me very much, do you, dear?
Not much, no.
Now, why is that, I wonder?
Mother, you're evil.
Because you live in your own little world like a goldfish. Does the word Nazi mean anything to you at all?
Much more than it did.
Mother wants to rule the world, same as she ruled her family. Ignore her.
Perhaps you and I can find an opportunity to discuss this in more detail now that you're here.
Perhaps. But Jeremy and I will be leaving tomorrow, won't we?
Oh, no. You can't desert us now, can they, sweetheart? Sometimes you feel so far away from me. You still sure you want to get married?
Of course. You're like a little boy. Now, 5 more nights. That's all. Delicious agony. Jeremy, you frightened me.
A wedding gift. Now you're absolutely perfect.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you.
To remind you of me.
Jeremy, we're not children anymore.
Why not?
Better now. Who is it?
Christopher, let me in. It's very bad luck to see the wedding dress before the big day.
If you want to talk to me, I'll be awake.
Don't touch me. I don't want it anymore. I'm marrying Christopher in 6 days' time. We're leaving straight away for New York.
I won't let you.
I don't want to see you again, Jeremy, ever.
She belongs to me.
I want you to stay in France.
I can't. I've been recalled to London. I'm in the doghouse. I've no evidence. I've no case. I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Jeremy could kill me.
Shh. My daughter's asleep in there. If you really want to help Celia, there's a nice traditional way to get it. You simply make a statement against your brother. It's your choice, Celia. You either start talking sense to me or you go away and leave me in peace.
Angela, what are you doing? Go back to bed, Angela.
Daddy, I can't sleep.
Go on. You shouldn't be up at this time. That's not really. Shut your eyes, right?
Your wife married you under an assumed name. She's a Jewish upstart.
So, made her a lot of friends in North Oxford.
Don't be flippant. It's bad enough that she's a tart. She's also one of the chosen.
Ah, yes. Helena Graves, Uber alles. You're ridiculous.
Be quiet. A Jew in our family endangers my position.
Your position? No more champagne soirees with your fancy fascist friend Mosley and the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. If you knew how little all that matters to me.
Well, it should. Our family needs...
For God's sake, this isn't a family. You and Father never spoke to each other from one year's end to the next. You did your utmost to keep Celia and me apart. You forced her to go to America.
Celia had to leave Europe to get away from you. You made her life impossible after Alistair's death.
She needed me.
I've had enough of this. You have no place here. I want you back in England by tomorrow night. And if this wedding is a catastrophe, as the last one was, I shall strangle you with my bare hands. Do you understand me? You will leave my house.
I have every right to attend my sister's wedding.
If you and that Jewish slut aren't out of here by noon tomorrow, I shall call the police.
Or policemen. What a good idea.
Don't play with me, Jeremy.
I'm not playing, Mother. I haven't played for years.
Jeremy. Jeremy, don't imagine that I shall go on protecting you forever just because you're my son.
There's no love in you, Mother. No love at all.
And neither have I the wings to fly. I wish I had a lonesome boatman ferry over.
Merci. Do you think you will ever come back to France again?
I don't know. Maybe you could come to England. You could teach me French.
Are you always like this with women, or is it only me? What a waste. Just as I'm getting the hang of you.
Solange,
could have been a good team, you and I.
Sie befinden sich in einem Militärflugplatz unter dem Schutz der französischen Regierung. Bitte gehen Sie langsam durch das Emigrationszentrum. Sobald alle Formalitäten
Mademoiselle Solange, inspecteur, il y a...
wird für Sie Essen bereitstehen.
Elle a été tuée entre 10h et minuit, il n'y a pas de traces d'effraction. On a trouvé deux types différents d'empreintes digitales. Voilà.
Très bien, je vais lui dire. Apparently she was strangled between 10 and midnight. There is no sign of a break-in. They found 2 sets of fingerprints on the door. One will belong to the valet who found her, and the others will be...
His. The killer's.
Or hers. The killer could be a woman, no?
Judith Sarah Sonnenberg, born Berlin, October 17th, 1912. This is yours, isn't it? Not a good time to lose your passport.
Where did you find it?
Helena's room. Bitch. You married under a false name, why?
Because I'm Jewish.
Good daughter-in-law material, especially for a Nazi.
She hired private detectives to follow me everywhere. Even the house of my parents was burgled. Twice.
And now you're being blackmailed. I saw you yesterday with Louis Bernard. It must take a lot of money to shut up a little twister like him.
The money I give Louis is to help him get my parents out of Germany. This is nothing to do with your murder investigation.
When did you come to France?
What the hell do you want to know this for?
Just answer the question.
Just give me my passport.
Where'd you meet your husband?
He picked me up at a hotel in Nice. He even helped me get false papers. Now, please, I want to be alone.
Where are your parents now, Mrs. Graves?
I've heard nothing for 3 weeks.
Destroy this. I hope you get them out soon.
Nobody here could possibly have murdered my mother.
You think so? But problem is, no one has broken in. The servants were out of the house. That only leaves...
This is intolerable.
This must be a terrible shock for you. I'm very sorry.
Thank you, Inspector.
Let's see.
Bon. The valet, Albert, thought he overheard a violent argument after dinner between Lady Helena and her son. Maybe Miss Graves heard something.
Did you?
No.
Could you tell us where you were yesterday evening?
In bed. Reading.
You went to bed directly after dinner?
Directly after dinner, the housekeeper brought my wedding dress to my room.
And then?
And then... I went to bed.
Inspector?
So where's this damned housekeeper, then?
I don't know.
Right, that'll be all for now, Miss Graves, unless...
I have nothing further to add.
If you change your mind, I'm here. Did you know your mother had Nazi connections?
Of course. Does it surprise you?
What do you mean, if she changes her mind?
I don't know. No special meaning.
Oh, forget it.
Forget what?
Since this morning, you can't even look me in the eyes. Just give me a simple answer. I'm strong. I can take it.
Get off my back. I can't take on the Jewish problem. The The refugee problem, the Spanish Civil War, Hitler, Mussolini, you know? I'm only human.
You've really landed me in it now.
Are you sorry you kissed me, Inspector?
Where did you learn to play games like these? Off your mother? Lovely. Can I? Huh? Thank you. Where were you last night?
Gambling, why?
Never mind why. Where?
At that little whorehouse across the river. Know it?
The Hotel de Port?
Duport. You should try it sometime, Inspector. Girls, cabaret, cockfighting in the basement. Something for everyone.
Plenty of good character witnesses, eh?
The odd tot, a few drunken sailors. Oh, and a friend of my wife's, Louis Bernard. True officer and gentleman.
Sounds like a cast-iron alibi.
Now, you put it like that, I suppose it is a little leaky.
Your mother was strangled with the catgut from your racket. Anything to say?
To you, nothing in particular.
Vas-y doucement alors, hein? Allez, vas-y. Exemple. Ouais, d'accord.
No. No. No!
Celia!
No!
Angela! Angela, stop that! Stop that, Angela!
Celia!
Jeremy Graves était avec vous toute la soirée?
Ouais.
De quelle heure à quelle heure?
Je sais pas, il devait être 10h30.
Pardon, je vous entends pas.
Il devait être 10h30. On a passé la nuit à jouer avec les poules et puis une fois qu'ils nous ont bien plumés, je l'ai ramené chez lui. Il devait être 3h30 du matin.
Est-ce que des personnes vous ont vu ensemble?
Bah, à part les poules, il y avait Zaza et Gigi et puis les habitués, pas mal de monde.
Et les bijoux que vous avez pris à Maud Graves, c'était pourquoi?
Service rendu. Bon, écoutez, moi j'ai besoin d'argent. Pas vous? En plus, Maud est une vieille amie. Son mari aussi. Hier soir.
He's confirming Jeremy's story.
Pour un flic, vous êtes plutôt pas mal roulé.
Hey, just cut that out. Bet Jeremy bribed him to set up that alibi.
Then he must also have bribed the landlord, the barman, and all the girls. I checked.
Well, now you can check with the ferryman. All right? Well?
Jeremy Graves made the crossing when he said he did. But there is something better. Celia came across on the ferry before and went back around 10:30. So she was lying to us.
Yes, I know.
What?
She came to see me.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because, I don't know, because it doesn't make any difference, does it?
But it means you deliberately covered up for her.
Let me do things my way. I'm the detective around here, not you.
Oh, no, I won't cover up for you and that streetwalker.
Nobody's asking you to cover up. Simmer down. You're getting hysterical over nothing.
Oh, really? May I remind you, in case you forgot already, that she got back to the house in good time to kill her mother? Why can't you do your job properly? If you're lying to me, you must have a damn good reason.
Oh, for Christ's sake, we're not married, are we? What are you doing creating a scene? If you want to know the truth about Celia Graves, yes. I trust her. She needs my protection. Got it? Anything else you want to know? What?
And I can't survive, and neither have I the wings to fly. I wish I had a lonesome boatman.
Anna, I just cannot cope any longer. Yes, I know, but that's not the point. Christ, why can't you understand, you know? And there's been another murder here. I don't need the child under my feet. She's too young to be dragged through all this. Anna... Thanks a million. There's plenty of poor people in the world to be grateful for that. Andy, what's the matter? You haven't spoken a word to me since we got here. What have I done wrong? Miss your mother?
I'm so sorry. I'm so busy and so late. First of all, the bad news. Alistair Jennings' car. Tell Miss Mann have discovered nothing at all to suggest sabotage.
3 years after the event, I'm hardly surprised. So this is the bad news?
Now, the even worse news. This. Just back from the laboratory. The blood and hairs match Lady Helena's perfectly, but this was not the murder weapon. Too fragile.
So you're telling me this was all deliberately set up to frame Jeremy?
Somebody wants to get rid of him.
And somebody's making a monkey out of me. Who is it?
Mais je pense qu'en fait, non. Je ne peux pas choisir. Absolument. Si quelqu'un vraiment...
One night in jail. What's the matter? You didn't like the food?
Listen, Inspector, I'm a tolerant man, but now you're ruining my walk, and that's serious.
Somebody's trying to wipe you off the face of the earth.
Haven't an enemy in the world, present company accepted, of course.
What about your sister? She any reason to hate you?
Quite the reverse.
I don't understand you.
Not your job, Inspector. Not anymore. Oh! Queensbury rules, Inspector. Leave my sister alone. I've already written the Home Office last night on prison notepaper. By the time you get back to England, your career will be over. I'll recommend you for a position in the sewers.
See you down there. Tell me about this.
Tell me. Say something, say something. Celia. Nothing's gonna be held against you. It's all over for me. Your brother shopping me to Whitehall. Just for Christ's sake, stop me from going around the protect me. That's what I hoped.
You don't care about me.
You know I do.
It's not enough.
You're not ready for me, damn you!
Ouais, faut y aller là.
Wohin gehst du?
Ich weiß es noch nicht.
Wir müssen heute Nachmittag noch ein Boot finden.
Il faut y aller là. Bon, bah tu décides.
Gib mir deine Hände.
It's all right about the wedding. Christopher's fine. Just don't go back to America. Stay in Europe with me, please.
It's finished, Jeremy. You and I are finished.
But I can't just disappear. Not exist.
Mother's dead. She's dead.
Do you miss her?
Do you? Do you make me frightened of myself?
There's no way out. Don't you know how much you mean to me? You're my life.
I don't want you anymore. Your love, your voice, your eyes on me.
You're killing me. You can't do this. Nothing can pull us apart. Not even you, Sid. You belong to me. Always.
belongs to me. She belongs to me. Try to claim the yellow.
Just give me an answer, can't you? Okay. I'm going back to America. You don't need me.
got her trying to escape across the border.
I'll handle it. Just leave, she's mine. They've found enough evidence to hang you. Your stockings, you wash them, you dry them, you put them in your housekeeper's room, and then you leave your mother's blood and hair all over one of them. You think I can cover up for you? What kind of man do you think I am, for Christ's sake? What can I do now? It's too late. It's too late. Unless you're lying to me. Unless you weren't there. Unless your brother killed Helen on his own. Just say the word and you'll be released. Say it.
Don't let me die.
You're coming with me. Come on. All right, you're on your own. Move. There's a train for Le Havre in 10 minutes. From there, you can go back to New York. Move!
Que reste-t-il de nos amours? Que reste-t-il de ces beaux jours? Une photo, vieille photo de ma jeunesse. Que reste-t-il des billets doux, des mois d'avril, des rendez-vous, un souvenir qui me poursuit sans cesse. Bonheur fané, cheveux au vent, baisers volés, rêves mouvants. Que reste-t-il de tout cela? Dites-le-moi. Un petit village, un vieux clocher, un paysage si bien caché. Dans un nuage, le cher visage de mon passé. Cheveux au vent, baisers volés, rêves mouvants. Que reste-t-il de tout cela? Dites-le-moi. Un petit village, un vieux clocher, un paysage si bien caché. Dans un nuage, le cher visage de mon passé. Dans un nuage, le cher visage de mon passé.